Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel update for August 2023. It's been a few months since my last update, and my channel has been pretty quiet since then, too. I've been publishing a Dragon Age video every once in a while, but that's about it. And I've started getting comments from people asking if the channel is dying or if I canceled my promised series. So I figured it was about time to update you guys on what's been going on. And I will also be giving you my thoughts on the new Starfield game, since a lot of you guys have been asking me about that too. Not like super in-depth thoughts or anything, just basic thoughts. And also about whether or not I'm going to be making any content for it. There will be timestamps for each topic in the description if you would rather skip around. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So yeah, things have been quiet lately, and I just want to take a moment to tell you what's been up. First, so in March, my last channel update, I told you guys that I was finally getting back to working on Season 2 of the Fallout 4 roleplay. Which was true at the time, but it didn't last long because not too long after I made that update video, planting season started. And in case you are new to the channel and don't know, I like to grow a huge vegetable garden every year so that I can put up preserved food for my family for the winter. And it's just something I've always really liked to do. It gets me outside, gives me exercise and stuff like that. And planting and harvest seasons end up being the busiest time of the year for me because of that, when my garden is pretty much a full-time job. So from March through about the middle of July, I have been doing nothing but gardening, really. This year has been an exceptionally good growing season too, so everything is exploding in growth and production. So not only am I busy outside in the actual garden, I am very busy in the kitchen preserving all of the harvest as well. So, suffice it to say, I haven't had a lot of time to work on videos all spring and early summer. I have been picking away at videos whenever I get the chance, which is actually more often lately, now that it's midsummer and the weather has gotten super hot here in North Idaho, and I don't do well in the heat at all. If I am outside in the heat, I just wilt. I get really bad headaches. I'm extremely susceptible to heat stroke, and I have to take careful precautions when working outside if the temperature is over 80 degrees Fahrenheit. And lately, it's been in the 90s. So usually I just avoid going outside during that time of day and when it's hottest. And so that leaves me the hottest time of the day to just work at my desk editing videos. So that's what I've been doing since about mid-July or so. And I have gotten back to work on the Fallout 4 roleplay. Now, I just want to take a moment and explain to you guys exactly what I've been doing and why it's taken me so long. And this is something that I've never told you about before because I wanted it to be a surprise, but I think you all deserve to know, and frankly, I'm just tired of keeping it a secret because I want you guys to understand why it's taking so long. The main reason it's taken me so long to get Season 2 off the ground is because of an experiment that I decided to try way back 3 years ago now. Hard to believe it's been that long, but yeah, 2020 was when I started it, I think. And back then I had no idea how long it would take to accomplish, and I admit that I probably bit off more than I can chew with it. Actually, not probably, definitely. I definitely bit off more than I can chew. And this thing that has prevented me from getting Season 2 finished is machinima. Some of you might not know what machinima is, so I'll tell you. It's where you basically make little movies with the game engine. You make the NPCs and your own character even do the things you want them to do in the scene, and you film it like a movie, like filming actors on a movie set. And it's scripted, and you make the characters say specific lines and whatnot. And I've always wanted to make machinima ever since I found out that it was a thing 10 years ago. but I never had the means to do it myself until fairly recently. Recently being like 3 years ago. And if you're thinking that I'm making all of Fallout 4 Season 2 machinima, well, no, I'm not. That would be insane. No, Season 2 is still going to be normal gameplay, albeit as immersive as I can possibly make it. But I did get some ideas on how I could put a little bit of machinima into the story of Season 2. And I won't give away exactly how, because I want some of it to be a surprise. But yes, I've been spending the last 3 years making machinima scenes for a few of the episodes of Season 2. So there you have it. That's why it's taken me so long to get Season 2 off the ground, because making machinima is the most time-consuming thing I have ever done in my entire life, and I am never, ever doing it again. It was an experiment, for sure. I just wanted to see if I could do it, and the answer is, I can. But then the next question is it worth it? And I'm not sure. I guess I will let you guys be the judge of that once you finally see the end product, since you guys are the ones who have been waiting for it all this time. It wouldn't have taken me 3 years if I had done nothing but just work on it until it was finished, but I can't do that, not usually. Real life happens, and sometimes I had to go months in a row without making any progress at all. And so I have at least 4 machinima scenes planned and scripted for Season 2. And out of those 4, 2 of them are now finally finished. The other 2, I think I will be scaling down the complexity of them just to get them done quicker, rather than making them machinima where the characters talk with a lip sync and everything. I think I'll just do a more cinematic scene without showing the characters' faces so much, because it really is the lip sync that takes up the most time. And I have to record hours of footage just for a 4-minute scene. Yeah. And I will probably do a behind the scenes video about how I made them later on after the series comes out, because I really would like you guys to see everything that's involved with making them. The amount of work it takes is insane. And yes, if I hadn't decided to do the machinima scenes, Fallout 4 Season 2 would probably have been up on the channel for a long time by now. If not finished and on to Season 3, who knows? I just know that it has been the machinima that has been slowing me down, really, because of how complex and complicated they are to make and how long they take to make. I wanted to get them done before I ever aired the first episode, even the ones that aren't going to show up right away in the series, because I didn't want to get to a place where I would need one because the episode it's in is about to go out, but I don't have it ready yet because it just takes so darn long to make them. And then there would be a huge lull in episodes coming out while I try to scramble to get the scene finished, and it would just be a huge ball of stress for me. So instead, I've just been constantly postponing the launch of the season. And really, I would have just scrapped the scenes altogether by now without even telling you guys about them if it weren't for the fact that I'm not the only one who has invested a lot of time into them. I got a couple voice actors to do lines for me in one of them, and I don't want their time to have been a waste if I just scrapped the project. So I've been pushing through it, and I finally got the scene that has the voice actors in it finished just like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Yay! I'm just so excited that it's finally done. I'm so relieved. It was such a relief to get that finished. I can't even tell you guys. And you have no idea how much of a burden these machinima scenes have been on me and how much I never want to do one again. I had no idea. If I knew it was going to be like this, I probably wouldn't have done it. Don't get me wrong, though. They are fun to make. I enjoy making them. I enjoy the end product, right? And I like the creativity that they are, but I don't enjoy the pressure of, I've got thousands of people waiting for a show that I promised 3 years ago, and I'm just tired of promising it and failing to deliver over and over and over. And so just that fact, the fact that it's taking so much longer than I thought it would is has made it a burden, I guess. So I'm not saying that you guys are the burden. That's not what I'm saying. It's just time and, the pressure of time and everything. Yeah, it just makes it a burden. But I'm finally done. So anyway, but because of all of that, I just wanted to, yeah, that's why I finally decided to tell you guys what's been going on for real. Because up until now, I've been keeping it a secret, because I wanted it to be a surprise. And I've just been sort of vaguely saying that the episodes are going to be harder to edit. And so it's going to take longer to get them out, even though I recorded 8 episodes last winter and the series still isn't out. But it's not because editing those episodes has been hard. In fact, until very recently, I haven't even touched the episodes because I was trying my hardest to get those machinima scenes finished first. Not to say that editing the episodes won't be hard, because they will be. They are going to require a lot more editing than season 1's episodes. That's still a fact. But yeah, it's not the reason why the season hasn't started yet. Anyway, you guys, all that to say, I've got the 2 main scenes finished, the ones that were the most important, because these scenes will be in the first few episodes of season 2. One of them is in the first episode. They are done. And the 3rd scene that I still have to make isn't until episode 9. So I have a little bit of time to make that one before I actually need it. And again, I'm not going to make it as complicated as the first 2, so it should be a lot easier to make. That is definitely a thing I'm going to make sure that happens. It's not going to be as time consuming. So I have officially started editing actual episodes now. And really, that's why Dragon Age has been late recently, because I've been so busy with Fallout 4 that I just haven't wanted to use up an hour of my editing time on Dragon Age. But I will. I'll get back to it, don't worry. I've been working on episode 1 of Fallout 4 for about a week now. However, something terrible happened just a couple of days ago, because such is my lot in life, I think. Every time I start making progress, something inevitably happens to throw me back. Yeah. So I was more than halfway through episode 1, editing it. And the other day I went to open the file and start my work for the day, and the file was corrupted. Yeah, I have no idea what happened. I spent hours doing a ton of research and all kinds of things to try to restore the file if at all possible. But alas, it seems like a lost cause. I was so devastated. I admit I cried. I did. Because that was a week's worth of work. And I was so excited that I was finally getting episode 1 edited. I was finally editing actual episodes of the series. And it was all gone after a whole week. And yes, I know I should be backing up my files more often. I usually do. But lately, I've just been so scatterbrained that I just failed to remember to do it. Except that day. I actually did back up my file the day it happened, although too late. It had already been corrupted by then. I just didn't know it until the next day when I opened the file. So I have 2 corrupted files. Yay! Anyway, so I basically have to start over editing episode 1 from scratch. Ugh. But I have already started doing that. And as of the recording of this video, I am still not back up to where I was before I lost the original file, but probably by the time you guys see this video, I will be. And yes, it took almost a week, working a couple hours a day to get episode 1 3/4 of the way finished. But episode 1 will probably be a little bit longer than a normal episode. Yeah, and it also has some extra complex scenes in it that won't be in every episode. That type of scene won't be in every episode. So I can't really use episode 1 as a standard by which to judge the rest of them. So it probably won't be as hard to edit all of them. So probably won't take as long to edit the average episode. But anyway, it's still going to take several days to edit each one. Anyway, here's where I want your opinion, you guys. So listen up. My original plan that I had a long time ago was to edit all 8, or at least 5, of the episodes that I have recorded so far before I publish any of them, so that I have a backlog of finished episodes to publish on the channel at a fairly regular rate while I record and edit more of them. And then this would ensure that no interruptions in my upload schedule happen. You guys would never have to wait for new episodes to come out, no matter what happens in my real life. Like if I'm not able to edit an episode for like a week or two, I'll still have some ready to go. So that's what I did with Fallout 76, and it worked out really well. But the drawback to that is that you guys will have to wait longer before the season premiere. I'm not sure how long. It really is looking like it's going to happen soon because I'm really focusing hard on it. But if it takes me a week to edit each episode, or around a week, then it will be at least 5 to 8 weeks before the season premiere. I mean, that's minimum, right? So that's not really ideal in my opinion, especially since Starfield is about to come out at the end of the month. And once Starfield comes out, that's just going to add more work for me on the channel. And I don't want one more thing to keep me from starting season 2 of Fallout 4, you know? So here is a proposition for you guys to vote on, I guess. Would you rather wait up to 8 or more weeks for regular uninterrupted episodes of Fallout 4, or would you rather have episode 1 come out this month and then the other episodes to come out as soon as I can get them edited? Which means maybe 2 episodes a month, or maybe 3, or maybe only 1. And definitely at irregular intervals. I'm not going to push myself to get an episode out every week or on any kind of regular schedule, as I explained in my last channel update. In order for me to enjoy making these videos and not get burned out like I did in season 1, they have to be stress-free as possible at least. And that means no tight deadline. Now that doesn't mean that I'm only going to put up an episode every couple months. That's not what that means. I will definitely be putting out episodes every month. I'm just not going to promise how many episodes a month or what days they'll land on. So you guys, I want to hear from you about this. What do you all want? Please let me know down below. And I don't want to hear any comments of you do you, or do what you want, it's your channel. No, I want to know what you guys want. You guys are the ones who've been waiting so long. You know, I've kept you guys waiting for far, far too long. And I have now come to the place where I could really go either way. I'm comfortable going either way, as long as I know it's what you guys want. It's been really hard for me to keep you guys waiting, to keep promising you certain content coming soon, only to keep postponing it over and over again. I really hate doing that to you guys. And I don't want to do that to you anymore, you know, unless you really, really don't mind and would rather wait some more for the full series. However, if you're just as tired as I am of waiting and would rather just have a shorter waits between episodes starting this month rather than longer wait for the whole thing months from now, then I'm right there with you. So tell me, what do you want? I'm editing the episodes now, and episode 1 will be ready for release in a matter of a week or 2 at most. I can publish it then if you want me to. You'll just have to wait a little while for episode 2 after that, so I have time to edit it. And of course, once Starfield comes out, yes, that will make me more busy in regards to my channel, and I'll talk about that more in a minute. Yes, it will likely take time away from Fallout 4, but not all the time I have. I'm not going to just stop working on Fallout 4 so I can play Starfield. I am more determined than ever to get Fallout 4 going, and once it's on the channel, it will be a for sure thing that I just need to maintain. Okay? Anyway, I look forward to hearing what you guys think. I might even put a poll on my community tab just to make things easier, so be sure to go check that out, but I also welcome your comments down below. Okay, I think I have said all I need to say about that. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting to hear what I think of Starfield and what I plan to do with the game, so let's talk about it. First of all, I've been super skeptical about Starfield since it was announced all those years ago. You know, after my love-hate relationship with Fallout 76, I had a hard time being excited for another Bethesda game. That is, until the 45-minute long developer showcase that came out, like a month ago now? That showcase really got me excited and inspired even. And if you've been living under a rock lately and haven't seen it, I'll leave a link down below. You should definitely go watch it. Anyway, it actually gave me real hope for the game, and it's the first time I've felt hype for anything in years. The shipbuilding is something I'm especially looking forward to, and just being able to fly around in space and raid other ships, I don't know, that just looked like a lot of fun. You know, but I'm also looking forward to the replayability of it and the role-playing potential of that game. Yeah, I can't wait to dive into it, you guys. I've actually been really excited. Which brings me to the question many of you guys have asked me, what kind of Starfield content will be on my channel in the future? Well, that's all still kind of up in the air, as a lot of it will depend on the time I have and what's going on in my real life, obviously. But for sure, I will be doing a blind, casual Let's Play of the game at launch. I'm still not sure if I'm going to do the early access thing. Maybe I will. I don't know. Either way, I will probably have episodes of Starfield coming out on the channel at least by the second week of September. And those will probably be pretty regular because they won't be hard to edit. It's just going to be simple gameplay. I'm not going to try to role play or anything, not yet. I just want to play the game and have fun and enjoy it with you guys in a leisurely kind of way. And, you know, not also have to have the extra complication of role playing or anything like that. Will I make a role play of Starfield eventually? It's too soon to tell at this point, but I would like to. But I want to get really familiar with the game first, maybe do a couple other private playthroughs of it, you know, do all the faction quests, try different builds, stuff like that. So I know what all of the possibilities are for a role play and can kind of have an idea of what sort of story I'll be able to tell. Because I really like to have my role plays have a story that unfolds rather than the one that's in the game quests. I mean, a more personal story for my character, you know, where the game events shape her and make her grow in the way that I want in order to tell the story that I want to tell. And that all depends on what's available in the game, since the game informs my character and any potential stories I can tell through it. And in order for me to do that, I have to have advanced knowledge of the game. I don't like to just leave it up to chance, at least not 100% of it. Also, I kind of want to wait until there's a decent modding community established for Starfield before I do a character roleplay, for the simple reason that I like to make my roleplays as immersive as possible. And there are some things about Starfield that I really don't like, and I will be changing with mods as soon as I possibly can. The main one being the HUD. I really don't like Starfield's HUD. At least in regards to the messages popping up on the screen. Like when it's telling you new information, like the XP that you earned, or when you discover a new location and whatnot. The text appears right in the very middle of the screen, blocking the view and taking my attention away from what I'm looking at. And if I was trying to aim my gun at an enemy, it would completely block the reticle and everything. So I hate it with a passion. Fallout 76 does this too, and it is really hard to roleplay when you've got a bunch of text right in the middle of your screen constantly. So I will be modding that out for the roleplay for sure. And I'm also looking forward to seeing what other kinds of quality of life mods and immersion mods will be coming out and how I can use them to make the best story possible. So, while a Starfield character roleplay is likely in the future for my channel, it won't be anytime soon. I think I'll need at least a year, maybe 2, to get super familiar with the game and for a decent amount of mods to come out. But also because I just don't have time for 2 hardcore roleplays on the channel at the same time. And since Fallout 4 Season 2 will be starting right then, I just need to focus on that and not worry about storytelling in Starfield right now. So, I'm going to be sticking to just a casual playthrough for now, talking to you guys while I play and just exploring the new game with you guys at a leisurely pace, however long that takes. And I'm really looking forward to that. Now, some of you guys have asked me if I'm going to be doing any build videos or tips and tricks for Starfield, and I really can't answer that yet. That's a lot of extra work, and even though I would love to do those kinds of videos, I don't know yet if I will be able to. Tips and tricks require an advanced knowledge of the game, where I know stuff that a lot of you guys don't know so that I can actually give you tips. And I don't know if I'll have that much time to devote to playing the game and learning all that stuff, like experimenting and stuff like that. I did so much experimenting in Fallout 4 to discover new ways of doing things that the average person didn't know. And I don't know if I'm going to have time to do that for Starfield. And also, when I started my channel with Fallout 4 build videos and tips and trick videos, I had already been playing the game for a year or so. And so I was very familiar with it. And yeah, I had done all of that experimentation already. So I didn't have to learn about it while you guys waited for me, And with Fallout 76, it was similar enough to Fallout 4 that I didn't feel like I was learning a whole new game from scratch. You know what I mean? So while I'd love to make ship build videos and outpost build videos, I don't know yet if I'll be able to. For sure, if I feel like I can and I'm inspired and I have ideas for those types of videos, then I probably will do them if I have the time. So we'll just have to wait and see. But for now, it's not a goal I'm working towards. It might be more like how I've done with mod review videos in the past, putting one out once in a while when I really want to, but not focusing on it full time. Because I really just can't, my life has changed a lot since I started my channel 7 years ago. I just don't have the time I used to have. So I need to prioritize, and do the things that I really want to do the most and sort of just let everything else go by. Just because I want to or can doesn't necessarily mean I should, Being an adult sucks sometimes, doesn't it? Anyway, you guys, that is pretty much what I wanted to tell you all for now. I look forward to hearing your opinion on what I should do for the Fallout 4 Season 2 episode, so please let me know down in the comments or on the poll on my community tab. I'm really excited for what's coming, and I can't wait for you guys to see it all. I've gotten to the place where all I want to do these days is work on Fallout 4 and get it done. And that's what I'm doing. So how soon it comes out is up to you now. So until then, I hope you will have an excellent day, week, month, whatever it is, until I see you next time. And remember to play safe, play nice, and have fun. Bye for now, guys.